Hey there! Today we're diving into a topic that many men secretly wonder about but rarely discuss openly: penis size. Yes, you heard that right. Maybe you're already shifting in your seat, wondering where this video is going. Don't worry. This isn't just about a number. This is going to be a deep conversation about masculinity, confidence, body image, and social pressure. Part 1. Is there really an ideal penis size? Let's start with the big question. What's the ideal penis size? It may sound like a simple measurement, but behind it lies a huge construct of perception, media influence, and psychological weight. Thousands of men, perhaps starting from adolescence, have asked themselves this question over and over, sometimes with shame, sometimes with anxiety, and often in silence. But the answer is not as dramatic as you might think. What does science say? Global meta-analyses like the one by King's College London, which analyzed data from over 15,000 men, are very clear. Average erect length, 13.1 centimeters, 5.16 inches. Average flaccid length, 9.16 centimeters, 3.6 inches. Looking at the details, within a 95% confidence interval, most penis sizes fall between 10 and 18 centimeters. So even a penis measuring 11 centimeters is statistically normal, not small. So, we have to ask, what defines ideal? If your standard is based on what you see in porn, that definition is already distorted. Porn actors are chosen like a caste, representing a minority of men. Teenagers especially can start thinking that everyone has large penises, leading to insecurity rooted in illusion. A shift in perspective. Here's a fact to keep in mind. You always see your penis from one angle, your own line of sight from top down. That perspective creates a serious optical illusion. Studies show that over 70% of men perceive their penis as shorter than it really is, simply due to how they view it. When someone else sees it from the outside, it appears longer. Visual distortions are caused by angle, distance, and even body fat or pubic hair. So it's not just a matter of centimeters, it's a matter of perception. Part 2. From history to today. The mythology of penis size. Throughout history, penis size has taken on different symbolic meanings in different eras. Ancient Greece, statues often depicted small penises, which were associated with intelligence and wisdom. Large penises were seen as symbols of primitive urges, lack of restraint, and even barbarism. Roman period, the god of fertility, Priapus, was portrayed with a giant penis. But this was more of a comic or symbolic figure, not to be taken seriously in society. Middle Ages and Renaissance, penis-related subjects remained taboo. Male sexuality was often demonized, and men with large penises were sometimes portrayed as unnatural or even satanic. Post-industrial revolution, sexuality began to be commodified. A man's sexual performance and penis size became symbols of personal power and dominance. Modern age, advertising, porn, Hollywood, and pop culture have pushed the narrative that bigger is better. But here's the truth. This historical evolution took penis size out of the natural, biological context and turned it into a tool of competition. And no, this isn't about condemning big penises. It's about recognizing how assigning meaning to size, big or small, is completely unnecessary. Part 3. Does porn distort reality? Believing everything you see in porn is real is like watching an action movie and thinking car crashes actually happen that way in real life. In the porn industry, special camera lenses are used for filming penis pumps, injections, and temporary fillers are often employed. It's well known that performers use blood flow enhancing drugs. Angles, lighting, and contrast tricks make things appear larger than they really are. And as we mentioned before, this is a show, so naturally, the industry features men with large penises, a minority in the real population but elevated to an ideal in media. The result: men watching porn, especially at a young age, start to assume everyone looks like that, and they don't measure up. This becomes the root of insecurity for many. Part 4. What do partners really think? Many people are afraid to ask this, but everyone wants to know. How important is penis size to a partner? The dominant narrative in society is, everyone wants a big penis. But this idea is misleading, both scientifically and socially. What do studies say? A study by the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA showed that for the vast majority of people, emotional connection and compatibility were more critical to sexual satisfaction than penis size. In one experiment, 75 participants were shown 3D models of penises in various sizes and girths. For one-night stands, slightly larger models were favored, but for long-term relationships, Participants preferred average-sized models that felt comfortable. Another survey conducted in the UK in 2017 found that 85% of respondents were satisfied with their partner's penis size and had never felt the need to complain about it.
Being with someone who values and understands me is more important. Penis size really becomes secondary.
Very large penises can be painful. There's this idea that everyone likes them big, but it's not realistic.
I think a man becomes attractive based on how confident he is. It's not about physical traits. It's about energy.
In short, sex is not just an act, it's an interaction. And size is only one factor in that interaction, often a minor one. Important note, this doesn't mean big equals bad. A poorly prepared partner, even with a small penis, can experience discomfort. The takeaway is, size alone is not what matters. Connection and communication do. Part 5. Manhood equals muscles plus penis size? Sound familiar? Society keeps telling us, a real man is big, muscular, and well-endowed. But this way of thinking reduces manhood to a cliché, placing it in a shallow box. True masculinity is built on compassion, honesty, determination, emotional intelligence, resilience, and self-awareness. Social pressures. Many men grow up comparing themselves to others, especially during adolescence. The trauma of comparison in locker rooms. Fear of inadequacy during their first sexual experiences. Competing with the partner's past. Constant exposure to perfect male bodies in media. All these get embedded in the subconscious, forming an inner voice. I'm not enough. But that voice isn't yours. That's just an echo of social expectations and cultural pressure. Emotional intelligence equals true strength. Real attractiveness isn't in physical measurements. It lies in your ability to emotionally understand, sync, and care for your partner. Noticing what your partner needs. Expressing your own desires honestly. Seeing rejection not as failure, but as a healthy boundary. All of these require emotional strength, not muscles or centimeters. And here's the good news. These are muscles you can train. Part 6. Psychological damage and confidence. Most worries around penis size aren't physical, they're mental. In other words, this isn't a real problem. It's a learned insecurity. Think about it. A part of your body you never thought to measure suddenly gets labeled as small. By some external standard, that thought begins to chip away at your self-image and confidence. So, how does this affect you? You start feeling inadequate. This feeling can show up not just in bed, but in flirting, socializing, even at work. You develop avoidance behaviors around sexuality. Anxiety about sexual encounters grows. What if I'm not enough? This fear can create distance in intimate relationships. Your body image gets distorted. You focus only on flaws in the mirror. Your belly, your hips, your skin tone, your voice. Everything becomes part of a growing not good enough list. You build walls between you and your partner. Deep down, you think they're not satisfied with you. But most of the time, this is a narrative you've created in your own head. Key concept: body dysmorphia. This is a mental health condition where someone becomes obsessed with a perceived flaw in their appearance. Penis size obsession is one of the most common forms of this. So what can be done? Conscious media consumption. Remember that porn and social media are often fiction. Don't turn off your reality filter. Talk to yourself with compassion. Instead of saying I'm not enough, practice saying I am valuable. Change your inner dialogue. What you say to yourself becomes your truth. Try. I'm improving. I am confident. I'm doing just fine. Seek support if needed. If this obsession becomes overwhelming, talking to a therapist can make a huge difference. Part 7. The real glow-up. Inner transformation. When you hear glow-up, what comes to mind? Muscular bodies, sharp outfits, glowing skin. Sure, that's the visible part of transformation. But the real glow-up starts where no one else can see, inside. Glow-up equals the relationship you build with yourself. A man can be attractive on the outside, but if there's nothing coming from within, people feel that instantly. A man who's confident from within is attractive, no matter what his body looks like. Here are 7 powerful steps to achieve an inner glow-up. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey has its own pace. Don't follow someone else's map to find your own path. Take care of yourself. Clean clothes, regular grooming, a light scent, they show you respect yourself. Fix your physical posture. Keep your shoulders back, chin up, eyes forward. This alone can completely shift your energy. Make eye contact. Don't look away from insecurity. Connect with others. It's a sign of confidence. Use your voice with intention. Speak slowly, clearly, and with purpose. Don't rush out of panic. Own your words. Feel your feelings. Angry, sad, anxious, disappointed, whatever you're feeling. It's valid. Don't bury it. Recognize it. Invest in yourself. Read. Listen to podcasts. Grow. It won't just make you better. It'll make you more you. Remember, brother, a glow up might start on the outside, but it's completed on the inside. And when you unlock your inner self, you no longer need outside validation. Part 8. Can penis size be increased? This question is searched millions of times every day on the internet. How can I make my penis bigger? You'll find countless miracle solutions on YouTube, Instagram, and forums, but most of them are just selling hope. Here's the truth. There is currently no scientifically proven, risk-free, natural way to permanently enlarge your penis. Surgical procedures. Yes, some doctors do offer penis enlargement surgery. These surgeries often involve cutting the ligaments that hold the penis in place. While this can increase visible length, it often weakens erection angle and function. Risks include infection, nerve damage, and loss of sensation. Many who pursue these operations are acting under psychological pressure and end up disappointed. Creams, oils, pills, etc. Most products sold on the market lack scientific evidence. Effects may be temporary. Long-term use often causes more harm than good. Some products can cause irritation, allergic reactions, and sensitivity issues. Exercises and pumps. Techniques like Gel King may cause temporary swelling but do not create actual growth. Vacuum pumps can increase blood flow for a short time, but overuse can damage blood vessels and cause permanent bruising. So is there really nothing to be done? There is, but it's not outside, it's inside. Change your perception. What you think about penis size often stems from beliefs, not facts. When those beliefs change, what you thought was small might turn out to be completely normal. Sexual satisfaction is about rhythm, communication, touch, passion, connection, not just size. Part 9. Frequently asked questions. Here we'll answer the most commonly asked questions, and chances are, some of yours are right here too. Question 1. My penis is 11 centimeters. Is that small? No, that's actually very close to the global average. Most partners find these sizes completely satisfying. Remember, average equals normal. You're already where you need to be. What matters most is not the size, but the relationship you build with your partner. Question 2. I'm afraid I won't be enough for my partner. Fear is a natural feeling, but the solution isn't to surrender to fear, it's to talk to it. Have an honest conversation with your partner. What do they like? What are their boundaries? What turns them off? Ask, listen, and learn. Because sex isn't taught, it's shared. What one person loves, another may hate. Communication is everything. Question 3. I'm ashamed of my penis size. That shame probably isn't even yours. Maybe someone at school mocked you. Maybe you compared yourself to porn actors. But now, it's time to silence that voice. This is your body, your space. You don't need to change it. Accepting it is the real courage. Question 4. My partner has been with someone bigger. What should I do? This is a very common hang-up, but the past is the past. What matters is what they're experiencing with you now. If they chose you, there's a reason. Stop comparing yourself to others. You're the one in their life today, and that's what counts. Question 5. My partner never mentions my size. Is that good or bad? Most likely, it's good, because when people are dissatisfied, they usually say something. Silence often means satisfaction, and in sex, true signals are often found in body language, not words. Part 10. Final words. Make peace with yourself. We've reached the end of this journey, but the real journey begins within you. Today, we didn't just talk about penis size. We explored your body, your confidence, your perception, your emotions, and your expectations. Maybe some things surfaced for the first time. Maybe you noticed thoughts you never had before, and that's powerful. Now pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Look in the mirror. You didn't come into this world with a measurement. You came with a story. And in that story, you are the main character. So, whatever people have said about your body, those are just background noise. What really matters is this. What is your own voice telling you? Make peace with yourself. Because the real glow up begins within, and you already have it. You just need to remember. If this video brought you any insight, leave your thoughts in the comments. Because this topic is not taboo. It's reality. And we're here to keep talking about the truth of masculinity. Subscribe to the Globro channel. Let the transformation begin. Remember, outer glow up is what the world sees. True glow up happens inside, and you already carry it.